My name is Igor. I'm Dr. Igor Shufrin, teaching in areas of structural engineering in EIT. I grew up in Soviet Union. It's the country which doesn't exist anymore. Being an engineer, right, I probably didn't have a choice of being an engineer. My mom and dad both were engineers. Dad was a mechanical engineer, mom was structural designer. So the only choice I had just to choose between structural and mechanical, nothing else. Right, my older brother took mechanical, so I left with structural. I'm on civil structural engineering program, bachelor's and master's, and do some DEng as well, supervision. I'm also course coordinator for core units of Bachelor of Science. Contrary to the common belief that the structural engineering is very boring part, you can't invent anything, I'm one who believes it is very creative. You design structures which push the impossible. Just think about the skyscrapers. You get to design a skyscraper, which every year you can see they build new skyscraper which is higher than the previous one. Or bridges. The new bridges span kilometers now. And it's the these numbers, in my opinion, is unbelievable. The other thing is actually you do make a difference. And you leave your mark. Well, what I say to students is just think very simple. Some of the structures we build survive thousands of years. So way after we pass away, no one ever remember me, but this building is still there. Right, in my units, the facilities we've got in EIT, they're amazing. The workshop and the labs for my units, a little bit hard to imagine the workshop for high-rise structures building or a bridge. But we do use the simulation software for design of buildings, so simulate bridges, simulate earthquake loads. What makes my class interesting? A couple of years back, I met some very distinguished professor which did research in engineering education, very famous in this area. The one thing he said, I remember and I use it all the time, you need to bring the passion. You need to bring the excitement. Some areas of what we teach, some subjects they're really very boring. When so much math, you just derive equations and you write and you explain things which were hard to understand. Yeah, you have to do this because that's the core. But you need to bring the excitement. So if you're not excited about what you do, your class will be dead. The modern engineers should continually develop a couple of some obvious, some less obvious skills. The obvious skills be communication skills, team working, so you rarely see the engineer working alone, so it's always a team. So communication is important, as I said. The writing, speaking, leadership skills, right, that's the obvious ones. Less obvious be probably it is lifelong learning. You would have to be always up to date. You need to look at the new technologies. You need to follow the updates. You need to see for the new methods. Well, as the extent of this be the ability to adapt for the new conditions. In one word, it will be very hard. Can I use 5?
Okay.
5. We look after our students.